Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of our Truly Jurassic World. In our first episode, we have the Stegosaurus. Looking lovely as ever with its beautiful plates, its cute face, and its non-drooping tail now. So that was a big improvement in this game, which I'm glad they implemented. Oh, and it makes those Lost World sounds, though I think someone pointed out that these are the JW Stegosauruses, and not quite the Lost World variants, but that's okay with me. It doesn't need to be the original JP for this series. You know, I can make something with Jurassic World. It doesn't have to be my arch nemesis all the time. Let's see, we got a few names. We got Anakin, and somehow this relates to walking with dinosaurs. I'm not sure. Maybe... yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. Maybe this one doesn't like sand. Then we have James, which somehow relates to Evo Squared, who is great, and I appreciate her work. I watch her a lot. But I don't know how this relates to Evo Squared. It just does. Alright. So, we also made the Ichthyosaurus, which thankfully with a bit more research I saw was mostly from the early Jurassic. The game says late Triassic, and there may be species of late Triassic Ichthyosaurus, but mostly they're from the early Jurassic, so they could stay. I was planning on putting a Leopleurodon in here and having to eat them all, but no, you can stay and live. This one's name is Goji. I'm not sure why, but it is, and that's fine with me. Hi there. I really like this patterning. They're very nice. Very cool. I'm so glad that we finally got aquatic reptiles and pterosaurs. They really make the game feel more fleshed out, more unique exhibits. It's cool, and a greater variety of animals. Awesome. So I did promise we would do Monolophosaurus, and I was planning on putting him, or her, they're all hers, in here. But I figured, you know what would be cool? If we had a big safari area. So I kind of want like a Chinese Jurassic section in this area over here, and then here we have the Jurassic tour. So you would tour around, and I'm thinking something like I think it's in Disney's Magic Kingdom where you're on the ride, and it looks like, you know, the lions are free and all that, but they're really kind of like self-contained, but you kind of just don't notice, or at least they have them sitting there, and you know, they're provided food so they don't eat everyone else. Yeah, so we can start doing that at this area. So let me take out, this should be fine. I don't plan on putting anything too massive and deadly and dangerous here. Just a bit of that, and then we can get a little funky with it. I don't want this to be a giant grid of a zoo or park or whatever you want to call this thing. Here, we can get funky with it. I'm not that big of a detail person. I don't really know how to detail things that well, and you kind of notice that. I'll try to do it in between episodes so you're not here just watching me detail things the whole time. I added some stuff, like some plants, a drink area here. I think this is the ginger soda, whatever it is. Just make it look a little prettier, and I discovered that there are pine trees in this game, so I'm gonna start making this more of the Lost World themed. Okay, I know I just said I'm not gonna do that, but I'm not adjusting the dinosaur, just its environment. Make it look more unique. I'm not sure how accurate this is, but there's that association between coniferous forests and the Jurassic. Alright, so I know I need to improve on that and kind of figure out how do I do better detail work with what I have. Some channels are great at that, like the aforementioned Evo Squared. I've seen gameplay from, you know, a lot of Best in Slot, a lot of Rudy Ren Camel. I don't know if he plays this game though. But I gotta learn the tricks. Tricks are for kids. Is this even big enough? It's huge. It's giant. But we're gonna put, say, like Mamenchisaurus, Monolophosaurus, and the stegosaurs, like Huangosaurus and Gigantspinosaurus. They did get rid of Chungkingosaurus, though. Which, I don't really care. The first game had a lot of repeat dinosaurs, like reskins, and that they didn't really add much to the game, but they're just kind of there to fill out the roster, and you can brag about having more species in trailers and interviews and stuff like that. So that never really appealed to me. Like, pick one or the other. Like, you don't need a bunch of, like, the same type of dinosaur. Like, imagine having, like, Albertosaurus and Gorgosaurus in the same game. Like, you really don't need that. They look pretty much identical, which might sound blasphemous to some people who love them and are more knowledgeable of them than I am, but I mean, it's kind of true. Maybe this is too small. Should I just expand this like a bunch, a buttload? Yeah, a little bit. You can be expanded. Here we go. Can you? Thank you. See, my specialty is JPOG because I don't have to detail anything in JPOG. I just make a normal exhibit. It's very blocky, just a bunch of rectangles, and then it looks good automatically. Don't gotta worry about it. Where are you? There you are. Okay. Here you go there. It should be a little bit larger, so we have some more space. A lot of people did let me know in the comments about, like that you can turn off the need to eat, the need to drink, your comfort needs and all that stuff. It comes from a good place. They're trying to be helpful, which I appreciate. Keep doing that. Keep doing that. Just, I do want those limitations in place, so I have to make something that's actually decent. Because, like I said in the first episode, without limitations, it's just kind of like you're building emptiness, and there's just a void in your heart. You're just kind of building without really any end goal in mind, just until it looks pretty. But I do want them to actually enjoy the exhibit. And with like that goal, like it's a challenge and you have fun rising to the challenge. It's like in earlier PS2 type games when you turn on the cheat codes and all that. Like it loses its fun, you know? Here, just some pools for them to drink out of, okay. And now I want the Monolophosaurus only here, only in this section. Actually, here, only about here. Let's have them here. So it needs a feeders like in the back, because they'll only stray so far from the feeders, right? Oh, they would have to go and get water. If I make a little bit of water around here, right, then they're not gonna leave this area. They have everything they need. Why would they leave? I love that in the zoo when, like you see, they have everything they need. They're not gonna go anywhere. The animals, like in the Bronx Zoo, which is pretty much my only reference for what a zoo should be like. They do that with their birds. So the exhibit is wide open. You could just leave if you wanted to, or you could jump in if you're an idiot and want to get them killed. But they don't leave because they like it there. It has everything they need. So why would they ever leave? They wouldn't. These look different, like a different type of plant. I don't know, maybe a little more coniferous looking, kind of, like a little more temperate. Maybe I'm just completely off my rocker. I just have no idea what I'm talking about. Ginkgos. Are ginkgos common in Jurassic? Probably. I don't know. Someone in the comments is like probably having a heart attack right now. Sorry, my paleobotany, I forgot to research it before I started playing the series. Dr. Sattler would be so disappointed in me. Okay, we'll worry about the stegosaurs when we get to them. But for the time being, let's just spam trees. What's wrong with the spam? Just let me spam. Alright. here we go. Especially in these areas that are more open, you kind of want to fill it out. Oh yeah. Put a happy little tree there. Make it look nice. And there's only one tree. I'm going to do this with a bunch of trees. Okay, I'm sure a bunch of you are wondering where this second part of the Prehistoric Planet review is. And it's in production. Well, pre-production. I'm still writing the script. This is like the most intense script thing I've ever done. Some of these scripts, you guys, I mean, you get the finished video. You don't see the grueling process behind each of these accuracy reviews, man. Like, you know, I make like a 4 to 6 or 7 page script. Get all the facts down, do all the research. I do my best to research. It's never perfect, but I do my best. And then I have to record that. And that usually leaves you within half hour of content, of recordings. Then I have to slice all the recordings down because, you know, I never talk perfectly. There are ums, ands, buts, words I mispronounce, stutter, you know, all that nonsense. So then I have to edit all that out. And then I have to add the memes in. And then, aside from writing the script, the next most grueling part is, adding all the footage. Finding footage from all the different places. Tossing it all together. Making sure it connects to the vocals that it should. Does this look cool? This looks cool. This looks intense. That's a lot that I added. But let's add some more. At least get half of it. Let's get half of this thing done. Here. 1, 2, buckle my shoe. 3, 4. Okay. The thing about teaching is that you're always reminded of what's going on the internet. Until summer break, I guess, then I maybe lose a little bit of the memes. What even is this? This is the Tempskia. I have no idea how to say that. Tempskia. Maybe the Memenchisaurus are gonna like the tall leaf. I do not think the Stegosaurus are gonna like tall leaf. Alright. Synthesized dinosaur. Monolophosaurus, where are you at? Yeah, some of you guys don't know this, but I do teach history. I mostly... Ooh, I could do a random pattern. Okay, I'll randomize it a little. I'll live on the edge. Monolophosaurus 2015. Oh, I guess that's the one they have in Jurassic World. Let me just get a random batch of Monolophosauruses. Here, you can be a little tolerant, okay? I just want to make a lot of you. Alright, begin task. And yes, I was told in the comments that I can see what each skin is going to look like. But the thing about that is, it's only in the main menu. So I can't do that while I'm in a game, in a save file. Which kind of defeats the purpose. Please, Jurassic World Evolution 2. Please. But yeah, teaching. It's a lot of fun. It's more fun to be a teacher than it is to be a student. If you're a student... I mean, if you're a student, you just kind of... You show up, you're kind of bored, you have to be there. You go from class to class learning content that you don't really care about, but when you're a teacher, you focus on a subject that you actually care about, and you can at least try to make class fun, and you're always up doing something. So the day like rarely ever slows down, which can be a problem if you're just so busy and want to blow your brains out, but there aren't many slow points to being a teacher. It's fun. Except when the students are rowdy. If you're a student and you're at home watching this, please be less rowdy in class. Actually pay attention to your teacher, listen to your teacher, and all that good stuff. It really slows down the class when you are being annoying. That's the best way I can put it. I was brought in to a school like on Halloween, so about 2 months in, and they knew like nothing that they needed to know. In New York State, we have what's called the Regents exam for those of you in different states or out of the country. And this is like a big statewide final. And it could be on like anything, any subject that is covered in the course. So you have no idea what's going to show up on the region. You just have to be prepared no matter what. Ooh, I like this one. Ooh, this is cool. It's awesome.
Now, people think we're in the dinosaur game, but the truth is, we're entertainers.
This is so cool. I've heard your speech before, Isaac. I do remember this one. I did pay attention to the things you were saying. What kind of statistics do you have? You're lonely. Oh, what a simp.
Let me introduce you to Monolophosaurus.
I know what it is. I have a whole channel dedicated to this kind of thing. Yes, it is.
Honestly, I could wax lyrical for days, because it's hard not to be impressed by such a colorful press. But don't be fooled. This is one tenacious hunter.
What does this one look like? Because I wanted to put them in this exhibit and then weed out the ones that I don't really like. This one's kind of clowny. I don't know. I'll keep you. Actually, it kind of reminds me of the rainbow faces in Land Before Time 7. Tied for the best one with 5. But yeah, so there's a giant test at the end of the year, and like I'm trying to save these students. I have to catch them up on everything they need to know. And plus we're 2 months behind, so it's like we're cramming, and then if you're not paying attention or distracting the class, you're just like murdering your class. Thankfully, I got everyone across the finish line. My US history did really well. Well, about what you expect them to. You know, some students are always gonna fail. It's just the way it is. Some students are always gonna pass. I don't think anyone failed my US with their IEP. Because if you have special needs, your score needs to be lower for you to pass. So you don't need as high a score to pass, what should I say. No one failed the US one. I think one person failed the world history one, which is good. Out of a class of like 15 students who are 2 months behind. Ugh, epic, epic. If you don't live in New York State, be very thankful. New York State is a terrible place to live. High taxes, the government is completely out of their mind. They have no idea what they're doing. They'll kill you in an old folks home. You have to take the Regents exam. It's insane and tons of stress and pressure. It's not just for US and world history. It's also there's one for English. There was a Spanish one. There's 3 math ones, I think. 3 math ones. Yeah. 2 science. No, 3 science ones. Oh my gosh. Yeah. If you're living in New York State, your life is basically hell. And there's really nothing to save you. Except the hope that you move to a better state at some point. Ask your parents, please. Hello there. Are you all the same driver? Oh, wow. She was cloned first. She was the original Maisie.
They're alive. Like me.
Shut up! Skylar, shut up! Please shut up! Stop! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
Okay, they're leaving the designated area. Hopefully they realize that there's food over here and then go back. You realize that. You realize that you're going back. Stop exploring. Just stay over here. Stay over there. It seems like they're all heading that way. Kind of realize that, yeah, looking for food. Actually, that's good AI. They saw in their territory that there was food on the other side, so they remembered, and then, yeah, going to the other side to find food. That's good AI. I like that. That's awesome. Those terrifying pupils. Terrifying. I don't know if Monolophosaurus would have had such pupils. Were they nocturnal hunters? And how large are they? Oh, okay. Okay. This is a pretty cool shot. Yeah, that's cool. That's the thumbnail right there. But, so, just so you know, I'm not, like, just awesome on YouTube. I'm an awesome history teacher. I got them across the finish line. And that's what matters. I kind of like all of these. They're all good. You're all special. Which is a total lie. If you're all special, then No one's special. Ooh, I like this one. That's really good. A fight? Yeah, you can fight.
Let them fight.
This other one's kind of clowny. This is like the Dark Knight. This one's the Joker. Maybe I should just name it that. Maybe you're gonna name it that in the comments. So that means I have... How many of you did I drop? I dropped 9 of you. Okay. So, I guess we have a lot of Monolophosaurus names to go around. Actually, yeah, it's only been 20-ish minutes. So, Giga Spinosaurus. Ooh, I like your skin, which is not something you should be telling people. Honestly, let's go for it. Be a little more social, bro. Go for it. Make a few. Make a batch of Giga Spinosauruses and a batch of Huangosauruses. I'm not crazy about the blue. Oh, that would be cool. I'm not crazy about any of these colors. Maybe I'll also go rain on you. What about that? That might be cool. See, I just kind of have to guess because, like, you know, I don't see it. Yeah. Alright, let's hurry this up. Let's get 4. I don't know how many you need. Begin task with you. You can get all of you. Begin task. So that'd be 8 stegosaurs. And what do you like? What kind of food are you into? You like ground leaf, actually, which works out really well. Because I was spamming that plant that's all ground leaf. Okay. That can go around here. This is your ground leaf. Yeah, you have a lot of ground leaf. Do you do ground leaf? You don't. This one doesn't do ground leaf, so let's stick with this one. Or yeah, let's stick with this over here. So that's the Monolophosaurus section. Let's get to the Stegosaurus section over here. Okay, and that should be good for them. Actually, got some water here. Little pools. Let them have a good time. I'll decorate this some more. And the next part... But the thing is... The whole thing is ground leaf. So they're just gonna wander around. Maybe I can cut them off if I do, like, this one. Doesn't really look great. If I do cycads instead of this other one, it might prevent them from spreading out from where I intend them to spread. Let's release you via airlift. Sorry, we're not getting the great animations today. There we go. And no, oh man, poop. I accidentally released you, didn't I?
Hey pal, you just blowing from Stupid Town?
Sorry, I took a pause for a bit there to transport these guys over. I accidentally released them into the enclosure. Okay. Yeah, we have Huangosauruss, which the Huangosauruss likes more open space, but the Spinosaurus likes more forest. Okay, I guess that's some niche partitioning in there. I want them to be friends here, but okay, I guess that's not a thing. Where's the... Okay, you're also looking for open space. Sorry, guys. Let's see, what are your territories like? So you... Huangosauruses are kind of over there. Spinosaurus is here. Alright, so they're absorbing more of the open space in this area here in the middle. That's interesting to see. There are cool dinosaur behaviors in this. I'll give them that. They definitely stepped it up. Ooh, and this is our Spinosaurus, looking pretty lovely. I do like it. It's yeah. I'm gonna convince myself that I like it. But these do look cool. I do love the giant shoulder spikes sticking out. It's just extremely excessive. It kind of looks like wings, like it wants to fly. I wanted to get these guys out for this episode. Next episode, we can bring in a Menchisaurus. That'll be nice. And maybe a pterosaur, too. Not sure. I mean, the only pterosaur we have in the Jurassic is Dimorphodon, I think. So that's not too much of a struggle there. And we also have the Leopolodon to put down. There are a lot of Jurassic dinosaurs. Now I'm thinking that I can start modding this game. I'm not a big fan of the Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom Allosaurus, and it showed up in Dominion 2. I don't know, it just looks very bland, very gray, very ugly. I don't want to be too mean here. I want to replace it with, I like Jagged Fangs designs, is that it? I think it's Jagged Fang designs. And they also have a Torvosaurus one. Torvosaurus is not in this game, so a Torvosaurus mod would be cool and very well appreciated. Oh, I'm sorry guys, I didn't know you hated the forest so much. Alright, sorry. And maybe Ceratosaurus too, because I do kind of like the JP3 Ceratosaurus. Like, I'm indifferent towards it. I mean, but being as awesome as it is, I mean, it's Ceratosaurus. Like, it could be better, so I might find a mod that makes the Ceratosaurus better too. And Ceratosaurus might fit in here. Might be a good shout, a good bet, but maybe not. I started filling out the main tree. I think I'll do that before next episode starts. Or we can have an episode where we're filling out Main Street. That's no problem. Let's go back to Monolophosaurus. Oh, this is a cool one. I love the orange on you. Awesome. Alright, guys, so we need names. Names for the Gigantspinosaurus, names for the Huangosaurus, names for the Monolophosaurus. Alright, I have to put those in the comments. And remember, if you enjoyed this episode, then please leave a like, subscribe, and check out my social media. See you next time.